today I'm going to show you how to make a 140 jungle tune like this.
Here come the more sophisticated move. They move that shoot down every move. So second, right?
What's happening, people? I'm DJ Grace, and in today's video I'm showing you how to make a slightly slower jungle tune. By the way, if you like this tune and you want to download the project folder, it's available at my Patreon and the link is in the description. So let's get started. So here we are with a brand new AbletonLive project, and the first thing I'm going to do is change the BPM. Now I know it said 140 jungle in the thumbnail and that, but we are going to be making it slightly faster at 143 BPM. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go into the browser and have a look for a break. So I've got the hot pants break here, and if I just loop that, it sounds like this. So I'm going to go with this basic pattern, and then what we're going to do is chop it up further a bit later and like put some extra bits in and stuff. But for now I'm just going to do it like that. So I'm just going to turn these down a bit further just to sort of manage the levels. And now I'm going to go looking for an amen break. So for the beginners who don't know what these breaks are, basically it's just part of a tune, an old school funk tune, and sometime around 2/3 of the way through, they often just give a little break where there's just the drummer doing a solo by themselves, right? So you can sample that and you can use them to make jungle, chop them up, pitch them up, do all sorts of different tricks with them. And I'm just going to do the same pattern that I did before, which was sort of just copy that first bit and paste it there, and then duplicate this whole bit, and it sounds like this. So I'm just going to adjust the levels. And actually in this tune I want the hot pants break to be the main break, and the amen is the sort of secondary break. So what I'm going to do is go into audio effects and just get the EQ8 and take out a bit of the low end. And that way we're using the hot pants kick as the main kick. Now that we've got some drums going, it's time to add a bass, and the first bass that I'm going to add is this Reese sound. It's a classic style of bass that first came about in the 80s and 90s. You'll definitely recognize it, but it sounds like this. Right, so I'll record in some notes and then maybe I'll mess with the sound after that. And let's have a look at the MIDI notes I've recorded. So by the way, I wasn't using a proper MIDI keyboard there. I was just using the actual computer keyboard. And there's this little symbol in the top right here, and if you turn that on, that allows you to use your computer keyboard as a MIDI keyboard, which is pretty handy for if you don't have one, or if you basically don't have the desk space to always be setting it up. You can still record some bits into Ableton Live and still play it like an instrument rather than clicking, you know? So you can see I've recorded 3 notes. They're all sort of coming after the grid, which is what I want, but I'm just making sure it's the right amount. Now this Reese bass, it's a basic one, and you do have some controls here. But one thing that I feel like I want to do with it is dirty it up with some distortion. So what I'm going to do is go into audio effects, and I'm going to get this. This is the guitar amp. So let's hear how the Reese bass sounds with some guitar amp on it. Pretty heavy, as you can hear. So I think I'm going to need to dial that back a bit. In addition to our mid bass, we're also going to need a sub bass to layer underneath it, and luckily for us, Ableton has the perfect preset for that as well. So if you just type in sine into the search, and I'm just going to use this basic sub sine. So if you just put that in, and it's actually going to be using the same notes as the Reese. So what I'm going to do is cheekily just grab that clip and hold down Alt and drag the clip to the next track. And I'm just going to solo this and see how it sounds. And there is also these options for distort and overtone. So I'll just turn them up a bit. I'll also turn up the attack just a little bit to get rid of any click at the beginning. Now let's layer that with the Reese. And don't forget that the amplifier, by default it's on mono, and obviously when you plug in an electric guitar, it's a mono signal, so you see why they've done that, but obviously we're not using it with a guitar. We're using it with a Reese bass, which is in stereo, and now you can put it to stereo. And speaking of stereo, you can use a stereo widener to make it sound even more stereo. So I've got one called Isotope Ozone Imager. So I'm just going to put that on there. So this is what the Ozone Imager looks like. And you can see this scope that allows you to see how stereo it is. And you can see that this one is already flying all over the place. But just to demonstrate what this does, if you press stereoize, and you can create these bands, but if you don't create any bands, it's basically all just one big band. And then you can turn up the widen, and you'll see that it's flying around left to right even more now. Now it's time to add some sort of a pad, and for this I'm going to use the Echoes of Light sample pack. So I want to shout out Human Synthetics and Groovin' in G. This is their sample pack, and if you want to download it, the link is in the description. If you want to really quickly put one of these samples into the simpler, the fastest way to do it is press Shift, Command and T to create a new MIDI track, and then double click the sample. Straight away you've got a simpler, you've got the sample in it, and then you can just literally play it on this keyboard. Alright, so I want to put them slightly after the line, but not really far back, so something like that. Alright, so let's add some effects. I think the first thing this needs is some EQ to take out the bottom. Maybe some chorus. Maybe some hybrid reverb. Now I want to add a synth melody, and I'm basically just going to type in synth into the search and see what presets are available. So anyway, I know the basic synth flute sounds a bit basic, but we can do stuff to it to make it more interesting. For example, before I was showing you the guitar amp, so let's throw that on it. Right, I want to crash. Let's go into 0G data files and get an old school jungle crash. And one thing I want to do is make sure that's not warped. Next thing I'm going to grab is the think break. Apart from the main think break parts, you also have this extra bit which is just a load of tambourines, and it sounds like this. So what I want to do is make a loop out of it. We're going to need some sort of a vocal sample for the tune, so I went looking on YouTube and found this clip from an old school sound clash.
Here come the more sophisticated move. Them move you shoot down every move. So second, right?
So you got that, and then you've also got this one.
Rewind. One more time.
Let me just put this note further down.
Here come the more sophisticated move. Them move you shoot down every move. So second, right?
It's going to be one of these. So by the way, guys, you know when you press Control and X on Windows or Command and X on a Mac and it's cut, right? To cut stuff. Did you know that you can press Shift, Command and X to cut stuff, but not only it'll cut the clips, it will actually cut the whole time out of the timeline. So watch this. Shift, Command and X. Now 8 bars of the timeline have just disappeared, you know? And I'm going to do the same with these 8 bars here. Shift, Command and X. They've gone. And now, essentially what I've done is I've just cut my intro down to 16 bars. But all the crashes have remained in the right place, etc. So let's have a listen.
Here come the more sophisticated move. Them move you shoot down every move. So second, right?
Alright, so it's taking shape now. Let's do a little classic reverse crash here.
Right?
And also, by the way, guys, you know the Amen break, it's always got, most of the parts of it have this double kick at the beginning. So it goes kick, kick, snare. Well, if you ever feel like that gets a bit too much and you're sick of all that kick, kick, snare business, you hear that slice there? It's just a ride by itself, so what you can do is get that. So here's the Amen break, and as I was going on, it starts off with a kick, kick, snare. Starts off like this, right? Kick, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Now what about if I paste this ride here? Now it does a kick, ride, snare, you know? So you don't have to replace every second kick with a ride, but maybe every other one. I'm going to do a little bit of renaming and tidying up. I wanted this Amen channel to be a filtered break. Command and X to cut everything. And this one's going to be in the intro. And it's going to do the cliche. And if you've never seen this before, basically what you do is go to audio effects and get the auto filter. Put that on there. And you can either put it onto a band pass or a high pass and just do a bit of filtering on the break in the beginning. So this sort of teases the break so people get to hear it and feel the rhythm, but it's not going to give them the impact of the drop. Let's record it. So to record automation, one little tip I want to give you is to make sure that you don't have any of these little red record arm buttons clicked. If you do, you're going to be recording new clips, and you don't want new clips. All you want is some automation. So get rid of that. Make sure none of them are red. And also make sure the little link button at the top is linked. Someone told me they're called breakpoints. So that button there, it's got 2 breakpoints, and it represents automation. All right. When I press record and start moving the frequency knob, it's essentially going to record everything I do. So wish me luck. So I went right up at the end, and it's sort of taking it into that high frequency area, and then 8 bars in, you get the think shaker, which is pure high frequency, so it kind of leads into that, you know. I recorded the automation when I wasn't in automation mode, so you couldn't see the red line, but for anyone who's interested what I actually did, it's that red line there. So that just moves that filter frequency knob on the auto filter, and it looks like this. So watch carefully this frequency knob and this graphic here as this red line moves, okay? You guys may or may not know this, but basically back in the jungle days, when they time stretched something, the technology wasn't as good as today, and it would basically split it up into all these little pieces and then stretch it out, and it'd come up with that effect, which you've almost certainly heard in a million old school jungle tunes, where it goes, you know what I mean? So in order to do that in Ableton, there is a way of doing it, and they've provided you with this old school time stretching algorithm, which I'm going to demonstrate now. So on this one, I'll get rid of the one more time and we'll just stretch out the rewind, okay? So one thing you need to do is just make sure that warp is turned on, and then you can just grab the end of it and hold down shift to be able to time stretch it, but also hold down command to temporarily turn off the grid. So now you can just freely time stretch it as long as you want, like that. When you're happy with the length, just go to warp and put it onto textures. Turn down the grain size to maybe around 28, and let's have a listen. Rewind. Let's have a look what rewinds we've got in here. This one could work.
One more time. Rewind. One more time.
If you've learned anything from this tutorial, make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also consider becoming a patron of this channel, especially if you want to download the project folder for this tune. And without further ado, here is the finished 140 jungle tune.
Here come the more sophisticated move. They move their shoot down every move. So second, right?
If you want to learn how to make normal jungle at the standard BPM, check out this tutorial here. And if you want to learn how to make liquid drum and bass, check out that one. I'm DJ Grace, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.